Hi, welcome back to my channel, and this is a sound off on Married to Medicine, y'all. It took me forever to watch the whole season, but I'm finally caught up. So let's get into some things, okay? Okay, so before we get deep into things, let me just let y'all know, let me be very transparent. If you don't know, I am a Mariah Huck fan, okay? I love Mariah. I love Mariah. That's my girl. When she left the show, I stopped watching. I only started watching last season because of Phaedra. And the fact that y'all would even have Phaedra on Mariah's show is messy because Mariah did not see it for Phaedra. She made that very, 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 very clear, okay? So the fact that y'all even put Phaedra on Mariah's show, y'all ain't no good. But anyways, actually I came back because of Phaedra and Sweet Tea. Okay, I wanted to see how this all was gonna play out. It was a bit of a letdown, but they brought me back in the fold and I'm here. So I got things to say. Oh my gosh, the show it's a hot mess. These women are just, it's a hot mess express. I don't know what else to say about it. They're all hypocrites. They're all full of themselves, and I just can't take any of them. I used to really like Simone, and I like Toya for the most part, but they all get on my nerves. Every single one of them have gotten on my nerves. Every single one of them get on my nerves. So it's like, but yeah. So let's start. Now, Contessa, girl, I liked Contessa. When she first came on the show, she was, what Mariah said, I'm a doctor, I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I was in the military, I'm every woman. I liked Dr. Contessa because I felt like she really didn't have no real ties to the group. So she came in neutral. She was just, saying what she felt, how she felt. I felt like she was a real one. But then at somewhere along the line, somebody tapped her on the shoulder and was like, girl, if you want to be on this show, you might have to stop telling your truth in its entirety. Okay, you're going to have to be cool with the girls or else you're not going to be on this show. And it shows. Because she used to be very diplomatic, very neutral. And then somewhere along the way, she became friends with Dr. Heavenly. And she started to switch up a little bit. And that's why I can't feel bad for you, Contessa, girl. Like, I want to feel bad for what you're going through and how you feel Heavenly did you, but I can't feel bad because, girl, you sold your soul. You sold your soul. You watch how Heavenly treated Mariah, how she treated Quad, how she treated Simone, how she treated everybody. And you thought you were special. The only person she never really went after was Dr. Jackie. And honestly, she did go after Dr. Jackie. They became friends and they locked in now. And Dr. Jackie has immunity. But she goes after everybody. What made you think your day was not going to come? Mariah went to bat to bring Heavenly on the show. Everybody knows this, right? Season 1, they did not want Heavenly on the show because Heavenly she didn't fit the look that they wanted. She didn't fit the aesthetic. So they were like, you can't come on the show. And Mariah went to bat and helped her and was like, girl, we're going to get you on the show. And got her on the show season 2. And that same season, she gave Mariah her entire ass to kiss. And you thought you were safe. Mariah built this platform and gave it to these girls. And these girls was like, girl, go on by. We don't like you. And you thought you were exempt. I don't understand how someone could be so smart and finish medical school, like medical school, and be so confused about what is happening here. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. You went hard in the paint for all of them women, and they really don't give a damn about you. Especially Heavenly and Jackie. Jackie don't care about you. You went up to Buffy and you grabbed that girl's face like this and you yelled and screamed in her face because you was trying to have Dr. Jackie's back. Dr. Jackie don't care about nothing you going through, girl. Yeah, I don't know. Moving forward, I hope like it sinks in that these girls really don't care about you like that, like that. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah. Now, as for Heavenly, I do think that Heavenly was dead ass wrong for talking about anybody's marital. Like, somebody shares something with you in confidence, you don't get on YouTube and tell it. Like, come on, have some tact, have some class, okay? Be like, come on. No one has to tell you, Heavenly, as a full-grown woman, a brilliant woman, a doctor. No one has to tell you that what you did was wrong and it was hurtful. And I guess you don't care, but I think you should just say that. Like, girl, this Bravo check is nice. I love the perks. Everybody and anyone can get it and will get it. I really feel like maybe she should just say that, because I used to couldn't stand Heavenly, but there's something about her. It's hard to not be a little bit abused, because the bitch don't care. She doesn't care. And it's like, I don't know how many times she got to tell you, she is team her family, team her husband, her children, and a little bit team Jackie. Everybody else, she does not care. She doesn't care. She don't care. She done told y'all before. And you either could get with it or not. But for you to sit there and think and watch, Contessa, I'm jumping back on your line. I will never forget how Heavenly was. I don't know if she was on YouTube or Instagram, but she was on something, and she went live to celebrate that Mariah was not coming back to Married to Medicine, and the look of joy on Contessa's face, because Contessa was there. Contessa got on the phone with her and was like, "What? Huh?" And she looked so pretty. She looked really beautiful in that shot, because on the show she be looking tacky and crazy, but Contessa's a pretty girl. But Contessa was so excited. Oh my gosh. So are we starting to find out that Mariah's a liar? She really don't own the show like she says she owned the show. You were too happy. In that moment, I don't think you realized that Mariah is the reason for the platform. She built the platform. She used her own money. She gave up and passed up on opportunities for herself to build this platform. And you thought it was sweet that she wasn't gonna come back. And then when you got your little feelings hurt by Heavenly, the same person that Mariah went to back to bring on the show, now you could, I don't know why you don't get it. But again, like I said, there's something endearing about Heavenly, because Heavenly don't give a damn. She don't care. She don't care. She is 100% herself, and she doesn't care. She doesn't care. The only way to push her buttons is to say something about her husband or her children. And I don't recommend you say nothing about her children. Her husband, though, this season, the way I used to see Damon, I don't see Damon like that no more. I used to really look at Damon and respect him. And the respect you have for Damon, kind of like, well, if he chooses Heavenly, there got to be some good in Heavenly. But I'm starting to realize Heavenly and Damon, yeah, Damon ain't that innocent and sweet. But, you know, like I said, there's something about Heavenly, like she's like a guilty pleasure. Like you ain't supposed to like her, but there's a part of you that likes her. She's my Ramona, you know. You ain't supposed to like Ramona Singer, but something about Ramona is amusing. You don't want to yell from the mountaintops that you love Ramona, but low key you love Ramona. Low key, I have come to like Heavenly. I can't stand that bitch, but there's something about her. It's the reason why Bravo, you know, she's #1 on that show. Okay, so this thing between Quad and Simone and Quad and the rest of the group and Quad being a fake friend and a surface friend and she only want to come around on camera, it's very simple. It's very simple, okay? It's so simple. I don't know why everybody's acting like they don't understand what's happening, but see, this is what happens when you're a fake. There are certain things you just can never address. There's certain things you cannot talk about, you know, when you're involved in schemes and plots. This is the thing, right? When Quad first came on the show, season 1, nobody wanted her there but Mariah. Toya didn't want her there. Carrie didn't want her there. Dr. Simone, Dr. Jackie, none of these women wanted Quad around. They thought she was lowbrow. They didn't like her. They didn't like how she spoke, her expressions. They didn't like nothing about Quad. Mariah went to bat for Quad, got Quad on the show. Quad went the entire season 1, watched the whole season. They filmed the reunion. You didn't have an issue. When it was time to film season 2, there was some contract situations going on. By the time they brought season 2 back to start filming, now you have all the problems in the world with Mariah. Now the whole group don't like Mariah and they don't want her there. They voted her off the island. They ain't messing with Mariah. They love you. They're standing in solidarity with you. They're not talking to her. All y'all saw what happened, right? The thing with that is if they'll do it for you, they'll do it to you. Even though at the time, I'm pretty sure that Quad was very happy that everybody chose her over Mariah and it was on her side. And she became the face of the show and she was the star and everybody liked her and she got all these brand deals and everything was going great for Quad. In the back of her mind, I'm pretty sure she was side-eyeing the rest of y'all because Mariah created this platform and y'all stabbed Mariah in the back in order to keep this platform and push her out. Vote her off the island, right? As much as Quad is appreciative to you for that, she know what y'all did, so she can't fully trust y'all. She can't all the way 100% rock with y'all because she know what dirty stuff that y'all did. Y'all know what she did as well. All of y'all came together to do dirty and evil against the person who gave y'all this opportunity. Because let's keep it real. Wasn't nobody seeking out Dr. Jackie, Simone, Heavenly, Quad, Lisa Nicole, Contessa. Wasn't nobody looking for y'all to put y'all on TV. If Mariah hadn't built this platform, we wouldn't know y'all. We just wouldn't have. Maybe, just maybe, Contessa would have found her way on TV some kind of way. Through Donnell Jones or somebody, I don't know. But wasn't nobody checking for y'all. So what y'all did is like, y'all got that person out. Now y'all coming at each other. They're like, oh, well, Quad is surface. Quad don't share her business. Quad didn't tell us she had a boyfriend. Quad only comes around when it's time to film. She watched what y'all did to Mariah. Why would she trust y'all? Why would she go deep with y'all? Why would she want to be y'all friend like that? Why? It's a reason why she doesn't want to go too deep with y'all. Like, why are we acting dumb? Why are y'all sitting up there saying that the girl had a relationship with a married contractor and all of that stuff? Why would she tell y'all her business? So that y'all can go investigate her man and find something bad about him to embarrass her on TV? Yeah, y'all are being slow and I don't like that. Y'all are too smart to be acting this dumb. It's annoying. It really is. She don't like y'all. Now, on the other hand, I understand where Simone and them are coming from. Like, oh, you know, she's this, that, and the third. If I went against someone who I had a real friendship with or real connection with for you, and now you're getting all these things, I'm going to feel like you owe me something a little bit. Like, I stood up for you. I had your back. I took your side. You benefited tremendously from my support. And now you want to give me your ass to kiss. Yeah, I'm going to feel some kind of way. But Simone, that's what you get. Toya, Simone, Dr. Jackie, the people say, I think Heavenly said this, I don't want to be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Heavenly said sometime last year that when Quad went into negotiations for her contract, she said that Dr. Jackie should not be making the same amount of money as her. The rest of the ladies are boring and old and dusty. Well, I don't know. I might be adding the dusty part. But that's what I believe Heavenly said that Quad basically said, I need to be making more money than these women. And that's one of the reasons why they voted her off the island. Now, Quad, if you did that, you got some explaining to do. Because you done went on a tour telling everybody how Phaedra tried to kick you off of your show. And you full of shit. You're full of it. Because that's what y'all did to Mariah. You kicked her off. That actually is her show. That's actually her baby that she brought to life. And you snatched it from up under her. And y'all voted her off. And last year you got voted off. So, girl, don't cry and complain now. And Phaedra tried to kick you off your show. Phaedra don't even want to be on that show. She's back where she wants to be. I highly doubt that Phaedra was trying to kick you off the show. For what reason? What would she stand to gain? They done told you to shh on Phaedra and you're complying because you want to be back good with the collective. You want to be back in good standing. I see you. You're not low. She probably gonna block me after this. She has blocked me before. Quad blocked me one time on, I think on Twitter, and I ain't even do nothing to her. But yeah, this whole everybody ganging up on Phaedra thing is getting on my nerves. It's getting really tired, dusty, stale, repetitive. I I just don't care. I don't care. Y'all wanted Phaedra on that show. I understand that a lot of people were offended because Phaedra said I revived Married to Medicine. Some of y'all need to go heal. Some of y'all need to go get some help. I understand. I believe in grudges, okay? I believe in cutting people off. I believe in if I don't like you, I'm done with you. Don't try to convince me to like someone that I don't like, that I don't see it for. I believe in that, okay? I'm not gonna lie, I do. But the thing about it is like, some of y'all take it too far. Y'all take it to the point of lying. Y'all take it to the point of just doing the absolute most, and I just cannot be a part of that. I just can't abide it. I just can't. Phaedra is saying that she revived Married to Medicine. If y'all took that serious and really got offended, I don't really know what to say to you. Like, come on now, be for real, grow up. Married to Medicine has a very, very loyal fan base, but it's not as big as the Housewives, okay? Let's keep it real. The core group, the OGs, I would say, plus Heavenly, because Heavenly is technically not an OG. She filmed season 1, but she was not really a part of season 1. So you have Toya, Dr. Jackie, Dr. Simone. Them really the OGs, right? Because everybody else came on later on. Whatever. You have the core group, right? And the core group, baby, we've been watching y'all for 10 years. How many more times do we have to see Toya buy a new house, move, sell the house, buy a new house, move, sell the house, okay? How many more conversations do we have to see her have with her husband about finances? How many more conversations can we really listen to about her children growing up? We love them. They're beautiful kids, beautiful family. Great. But after a while, what is there more to talk about? Not much, okay? You have Dr. Simone, the same thing. Her and Cecil been together forever. They have 2 boys. Now the boys are getting older and becoming obnoxious. They don't want to clean the house that they were given. That's not really entertaining. Like, how much more can we talk about that? That doesn't make a show. You have Dr. Jackie. Now, Dr. Jackie definitely spilled, okay? She definitely had a moment when her husband cheated on her. But let's be very clear. She was not going to tell us that if her husband didn't get caught cheating. She wasn't going to say nothing about it. We know that. You know that. I know that. Everybody knows that. The only reason we know anything about it is because the man got caught cheating. Other than that, we wouldn't know nothing, okay? Let's be very honest here, okay? Let's tell the truth and let's shame the devil. Now that they're back in good standing, Dr. Jackie has returned to being the most boring person on the show. She's very boring. I admire the work that she's doing. I'm glad that she's, you know, a Black OBGYN. I love that she has this mission to want to save Black mothers from childbirth. That's crazy. We're going to get into that a little bit later. But she's still boring. She's still boring. And this pretending to be so perfect on television, but then at the same time being nasty and mean to people for no reason, I don't understand it. Like, her issues with Letitia or Sweet Tea, whatever y'all want to call her, is like, what did she do to you? What did she do to you, Dr. Jackie, that you get to be so nasty to her? Because Quad don't even care that much. Quad don't even care that much. Why are you so nasty to that lady? I don't know. I ain't mad at Tisha, girl. Tisha, find your way to stay on the show. Find your little niche. Find something. Get something for your embarrassment. Because, girl, they be clowning you. Get something out of being on this show. I don't know. Get your things, okay? But the way that they treat that girl is so unnecessary. Y'all beg that girl to come on y'all show and y'all treat her like garbage. Y'all doing Letitia and Phaedra the same way. Y'all really are. Because I done got off subject. But basically, well, sorry for that. It's the Gemini in me, okay? I done got off subject. But my point that I was trying to make is, you women are so great and y'all are so good at what y'all do. But y'all beg to bring Letitia on the show. Y'all beg to bring Phaedra on the show. Because after 10 years, you guys have told us everything that you plan on telling us. There's nothing more for you guys to tell us. So you brought fresh blood onto the show. So Phaedra saying I helped revive the show. Yeah, it was a lot. Like, girl, you ain't really do nothing. But let's keep it real. Me personally, I wasn't going to watch Married to Medicine. The only reason I tuned in last season and this season is because of Phaedra and Letitia. The same shit happens for 10 years. It's been the same stuff over and over and over and over. I did not watch the seasons without Mariah. So I know that maybe there's some other things that happened that were interesting, but I don't really care. The only reason why I came back to watch is because Phaedra was going to be on here, and I was like, ooh, y'all trying to be messy, and I want to see what y'all talking about. And then Letitia coming on the show with Quad, ooh, y'all being messy, and I want to see what y'all talking about. Had it been the same people, I wasn't going to tune in. I didn't care. I didn't. I promise I didn't. I didn't care. So for y'all to bring them on the show and then treat them badly, it's corny. It's corny and it's lame. And if you guys were so interesting and so amazing, why did y'all beg for them to come on the show? Y'all literally went and found Dr. G and Tisha and begged her and convinced her to come on the show. Y'all have told on yourselves. Y'all have. And that's just how I feel about that. And as for Phaedra, right? I understand why some people do not like Phaedra and they never will. And that's fine. I'm not here to change your mind. I understand why Candy will never fuck with Phaedra again. I understand that, and I'm never trying to change her mind, because if I was Candy, I would never talk to Phaedra. I have cut people off for doing far less to me. So I am not mad at Candy for not messing with Phaedra. But I do feel like the audience is dragging it. I do. I feel like the audience is dragging it. I feel like y'all be doing too much. On this show, Married to Medicine, right? You had Quad accuse Mariah of being on drugs. Y'all, she said the lady was skiing with her nose, okay? She was skiing in the snow, and Mariah was she wasn't having that. She was very upset about that. And Perfect Dr. Jackie had nothing to say. Simone, nobody had nothing to say about that. Nobody had too much of anything to say about that, okay? Then you had just last season, Heavenly was tweeting recklessly and accused Dr. G of something very heinous that she knew was a lie. And why did she say that? Because she was upset and she was pissed off and she was venting, and she jumped on Twitter and said something that she should not have said. Y'all don't give her the same energy y'all give Phaedra. And a few seasons ago, now I ain't been watching, but I keep my ear to the street. And I definitely tuned in for this specific situation. Heavenly and Quad was going around saying that Toya was responsible for setting up Anila to be robbed, for her house to get burglarized, and all her items were stolen. Y'all went around peddling that story that Toya set up Anila to be robbed. And again, y'all don't get the energy that Phaedra was given. If anyone could hold Phaedra accountable, it could never be Heavenly. It could never be Quad. It could never be any of the women on Married to Medicine, because y'all don't hold nobody else accountable for real shit that they've done. Heavenly goes around saying and doing whatever she wants to do, and y'all don't hold her accountable. Y'all could never hold Phaedra accountable for what she did to Candy 6 years ago in a whole different space and different people around. You can't hold her accountable when you guys are doing the things that you guys are doing on this show. So people being like, oh my God, Phaedra's a liar, Phaedra this, Phaedra that, Phaedra that. When it comes to essay allegations and things of that nature, I always say that it leaves a stain. I don't care what kind of proof comes out to exonerate someone being falsely accused. It always leaves a stain. So I cannot defend Phaedra choosing to say that about Candy. But I'm not a liar, okay? I'm not gonna sit here and tell lies. Phaedra said what she said. We didn't see Phaedra say this. Phaedra did not go online and say this. She did not go on camera and say this. She did not make a statement and say this. Phaedra had a phone conversation with Portia, off the clock, off the record, off camera, far away from filming. The two of them, on their off time, were both upset with Candy, and they were having a conversation. Portia was talking her shit, and Phaedra clearly was talking her shit. That's a privileged conversation that was never supposed to make it back to Real Housewives of Atlanta. To this day, we really don't even know what Phaedra said. The only person's account that we have to go on is Portia, who we also know tells lies. And I believe her. I think Phaedra did say something to the effect of, oh, she want to medicate you and take you back to her sex dungeon. That ain't even nothing somebody supposed to repeat because it sounds crazy and outlandish. And when it first happened, I was looking at Phaedra like, oh, you wrong. Why would you set Portia up like that on a lie? I was looking at Phaedra all kinds of crazy. And it's honestly when I started doing this channel and I was watching some of my videos, watching other people's videos, watching what people say online, on Twitter, on Instagram, wherever, watching people rant on TikTok about certain things and people that they don't like, it hit me. When you're upset, when you are annoyed by something, when you are upset about something, when you're displeased about something, we tend to vent. And when we're venting about something that we're upset about, everything we say is not factual. Like I might say, well, her watermelon head ass, her head don't look like no watermelon, but I'm mad at her, so her head look like a watermelon. Like, we all do this. Now, for Phaedra to say what she said, it was wrong. It was wrong because, like, girl, that's a really terrible, terrible thing to say. But it wasn't on camera. Everybody on Real Housewives of Atlanta said some things about one another that they should not have been saying. They all did it. And it was wrong. And Phaedra was wrong. But I'm not going to sit here and drag it. Do I like Phaedra? Sometimes. Sometimes I like her. Sometimes I don't enjoy certain things about her. But the way that y'all act like she did the worst thing ever, like every single thing that everybody else does gets compared to what Phaedra did, it's annoying. I mean, it's just becoming too much. I saw somebody today say how, oh, Kenya is being fired because of revenge, but they're hiring back Phaedra. Y'all got to stop with that because y'all sound silly as hell. And it's smart people saying this dumbass shit. Phaedra did what she did. She was removed from the show for 6 seasons. That's at least $3, $4, $5 million, okay? She paid her restitution. She did her time. And now they're allowing her to come back. What Kenya did, Kenya has to do her time. And she'll probably be allowed to come back as well. Y'all not about to do that. That just sounds stupid. Phaedra, yes, Phaedra was wrong. She paid her time. She did her time. She served her time. 6 years, that's at least $3 million, probably way more. But it's at least $3 million that she missed out on not being on the show. Y'all not going to sit here and act like nothing was done to her. To go 6 years without getting a big check that you were normally getting, you were getting, Phaedra been on the show since what, season 3? So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That right there is like $3 million. And then she ain't been on the show 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's at least $3, $4 million. At least. Probably it would have been more. If she would have stayed on consistently, it would have been even more. She served her time and now she's back. But back to what I was saying, y'all are tripping me out. Y'all are so mad at Phaedra for what she did to Kandi, which was have a phone conversation off camera, and Portia's silly ass came and told y'all what was in the phone conversation. That to me is more on Portia than it is on Phaedra, because when I'm venting, I'm gonna say anything can fly out of my mouth. Just about anything can fly out of my mouth. Anything. I mean, there's some things that's just never gonna come out of my mouth because I don't talk like that. But anything is, when someone is pissed, they're liable to say just about anything. Okay? So that conversation was far away from filming. At the end of the day, she served her time. And if y'all are not upset at Quad and Heavenly, what they've done on this show, and Dr. Jackie, if y'all are not upset about that, I don't want to hear about what Phaedra did to Kandi. Because y'all are fake. If you're not mad about what Heavenly said about Dr. G last season, and you're not upset about what Quad said about Mariah, and you're not upset about them going around saying Toya set them people up to be robbed, if y'all not upset about those things, I don't want to hear too much more about, oh, Phaedra did this to Candy. Y'all cannot hold her accountable, not with the antics that you guys do. No, sorry. We cannot do that. Sorry. But no. Okay, so about this Met Gala, I'm here for it. I love the idea. I think it's wonderful. I love it. I love the idea. But see, this is where I can't get with Dr. Jackie. Dr. Jackie, you don't like Phaedra, clearly. But you ask her to be your co-chair. Why? You don't like her. You don't respect her. You don't think she's on your level. You don't like nobody. Why did you ask her? Why not ask your best friend Simone or Dr. Heavenly to help you? Why ask someone you don't see it for? I don't get it. My thing is, you're a grown woman. When you realize that Phaedra wasn't acting the way that you thought she should be acting, you didn't think she was moving the way that was conducive to this event's success, why not just say, girl, I think I'm going to replace you, or girl, I need you to step it up. You're making me feel very uneasy. Like, be direct with her and be like, girl, you need to call, get on the phone and call some people with money. No, be honest. The same way you went to Heavenly and you told her your frustrations, you should have had that same conversation with Phaedra. And when you did not, and then you have Heavenly ambushed her, to be very honest, if I was Phaedra, I would have written my check to 4 Cures for Moms and be like, girl, you do what you do. And I would have left you high and dry. You want bitch, I'm going to show you bitch. Like, I really would have. I don't like, at this point, all y'all do is bring people on the show to humiliate them. And I'm not with that. Like, I think that's so lame. For them to be like, oh, we're going to start a bidding for a date with Phaedra for $4,000. Like, some of the people that be at home talking shit, man, anyways, we're not going to go there. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to be shady. I'm just going to say this. It's just like, y'all, I just don't like it. I just don't like it. This show should not be called Married to Medicine. This should be Mean Girls in Medicine. That's what the show should be called. Because Dr. Jackie, the show really should be called Mean Girls in Medicine. We ain't forget what you did, Dr. Jackie. We did not forget what you did, Dr. Jackie. That statement that Dr. Jackie made. I just don't like how they keep trying to play everybody. You asked Phaedra to be your co-chair for a reason. You know she got connections. You know she know people with deep pockets. You know there was a reason you chose Phaedra and not Heavenly and Simone and Toya. Toya ain't got nothing to do all day, according to what Dr. Heavenly says. Why did you not ask Toya? Why did you not ask somebody else? Last season, I'm not going to forget, they said that Phaedra was very helpful with the Met Gala last season. She provided a lot of things, and she gave y'all a nice little check. So why would y'all try to play her this season? I don't like unnecessary meanness to people, because at the end of the day, she's still a person. That lady could be doing a lot of different things with her time. She got jobs, okay? She done told y'all this already. She got jobs. And as I said on Twitter, Phaedra went 6 years without a Bravo check. And her lifestyle is still on y'all level. As a single woman, a single mother of 2. Her children got activities. They got private school. She doing the damn thing. Y'all don't got to like her. Y'all don't got to give her no praise. But don't try to take nothing from her. We see how Toya done had a 10-year-long check from Bravo consistently for 10 years. And what happens season after season after season after season? Play her off of some shit that she actually did to y'all. Don't play her off of something that happened between somebody else. I think that's real corny. Y'all lame. Y'all are all lame to me for that. I don't know. I just don't like unnecessary meanness and bullying. I just don't like that. I don't like when people do stuff like that. At the end of the day, y'all brought Phaedra to the show because y'all know she had a fan base. And y'all were hoping to bring some of those people onto your show to watch your show. And some people are just not, they don't care. They're not interested in what y'all talking about over there on y'all show. And if y'all that mad that she said that, confront her about it and keep it pushing. But all this extra is so stupid to me. And Toya saying, oh, we don't really know you, Phaedra. In this group we share. I'm getting annoyed with this. I'm so getting annoyed with it because this is the funny thing. Everybody keeps saying how Phaedra ain't do nothing for the show, but every time these women do anything to promote the show, they're talking about Phaedra. Whatever else they be talking about doesn't make it to the blogs. When they mention Phaedra, it does. So she's some benefit to y'all, else y'all wouldn't be talking about her. I mean, I'm just over it. And they're like, well, you need to share. You need to tell us what makes you tick. Why she need to tell you what makes her tick? In real life, when you become friends with people, do you interview them? Or does it just happen naturally? Does it just happen organically? Like, she don't have to pass your interview questions. She's already on the show. And if you don't like her, then don't talk to her. But all this, I just don't like it. I think it's stupid. Like, grown women bullying someone else. Girl, bye. And then that was another thing that annoyed me. When Dr. Jackie was like, call up some people. Dr. Jackie, since day one you've been on the show, all you do is brag about your celebrity clients. All you do is talk about, like, girl, you was at the White House last year. Why you don't got people with large pockets to come and donate? Why you sitting up there waiting on Phaedra's people? You the celebrity doctor. You the doctor to all the celebrities. Why you didn't have the Braxton sisters show up and come sing a little tune? Why you didn't pull your resources? And Phaedra was right for clocking Dr. Jackie. She said, girl, we didn't forget about what you did. You went on YouTube fooling around with Heavenly and got caught up saying some reckless, very reckless things to say that the reason why Black women aren't taken serious is because we're very dramatic in our personalities. That's a very dangerous thing to say. And she can apologize till the cows come home. She meant every word. She meant every word, because guess what? On this very show, you done sat up here and said you don't like Mariah because Mariah is so over the top and animated. Some of your patients are over the top and animated. One of your most famous patients, Tamar Braxton, over the top and animated. You cannot be saying, I don't like when people act like that. I just wish you wouldn't do all of that. We wish you wouldn't be cold and mean and nasty to people, but that doesn't stop you from being cold, mean, and nasty. So, and we knew your apology didn't really mean nothing because, again, back to Heavenly. Heavenly making fun of Sweet Tea's fertility. And that's another thing. Y'all ain't mad at that. But, baby, when Candace said wide body, y'all was big mad at Candace. Y'all don't be keeping it real sometimes, and I don't like that. You're an OBGYN, and the things that Heavenly was saying was so reckless. And the fact that you did not correct your friend. And then soon after that, that old footage leaks of you saying that Black women, we're dramatic. We tend to be dramatic. We tend to try to just get out of work. Well, damn. Excuse the hell out of a pregnant woman not wanting to go to work a couple of days out the week. What's wrong with that? We didn't forget you did that, Dr. Jackie. We really didn't. But I will say I am glad that she chose For Cure for Moms as the organization to donate $100,000 to. Now they're talking about the $100,000 didn't quite come together. Okay, so 2 days ago, Charles Johnson, founder of For Cure for Moms, posted on Instagram the photo of him holding the check that they presented to him at the Met Gala. And he was thanking Phaedra, Dr. Jackie, and the rest of the cast of Married to Medicine. He graciously thanked everyone and also let us know that January 15, 2025 was the last day of their Gift of Life campaign. So to wrap this up, the check cleared. Phaedra paid what she was supposed to. Heavenly kicked up all this mess for no reason. She wanted to mislead the viewers into believing that Phaedra is a liar when she herself is a liar. All of this was for nothing. But I'm glad that they brought attention to this organization. For those of y'all that don't know, y'all might want to look it up. But basically, the man who started the organization, his wife died she had her second child. I think their first child was like a year or two. And then she was scheduled for a routine C-section. Everything was fine. She had the baby. She was good. But then all of a sudden she started feeling away. And they kept trying to ask, the nurses, the doctors, hey, this is wrong. Something's wrong. they ignored her. They just simply ignored her. Her husband is like, hey, my wife's not feeling good. After a while, they noticed, I think her catheter was filling up with blood. They took like 10, 11 hours before they took her back into surgery. By that time, she was gone. They left that lady be in agony for hours, and she's complaining and saying, I don't feel good. Something's wrong, something's wrong, something's wrong. They let that lady bleed out. That man went into the hospital with his pregnant wife to have their second child, and he left with his child, and he had to leave his wife. And I've been following their story ever since. I'm not even sure what year this happened, but from the very beginning. His mom is also a TV judge. I think her name is Glenda Hatchett. They were going around talking about this, and I just was like, damn, that is a terrible, terrible, terrible thing. Like, how do you do that? How do you be so reckless with someone's life? How does your patient tell you something's wrong and you just ignore her because you say, oh, her personality might be too much? It's like, that's the very thing, Dr. Jackie, you say you're fighting for Black women. That's the very thing that you're fighting for, and then you get on a platform and say, well, you know, sometimes our personalities are over the top and we're dramatic, so that's why they don't take us serious. So I am glad that they brought more awareness to this organization and to Kira's story, because that should not have happened to Kira. It shouldn't happen to anyone. It's really sad. It's really sad. I would never think that in modern times that this would be a reason why a woman would die, that she would go to have her baby, have a healthy pregnancy, have a healthy everything, and then not make it home to raise her baby. It is really sad. So I'm really glad that they did. I don't know if they're going to get that $100,000, because I'm starting to hear some chatter on Twitter, but I'm glad that they brought awareness to, you know, to the cause, because it's really, really terrible. But you know what? Since we're here, we talking, we're going to talk. Okay, so y'all know that I promise I don't be going to look for people's mess, okay? A lot of times it just falls in my lap and I can't have no choice but to consume it, okay? So years ago, there was a little bit of time where Mariah really wasn't on the show. Like, y'all remember before, like, they got rid of her completely. She had left and came back, left. Okay, so her older sister, Lake, had a baby. When she went to have her baby, she almost died. Very similar story to what happened to Kira. And who was her doctor? There was a whole lawsuit and everything because this lady literally almost died. Something had gone wrong. I think she was nicked somewhere. She was bleeding out. It was a big, bad situation. There was a lawsuit, everything, all this stuff. And I know because of legal matters, you probably can't talk about that on the show. But if y'all remember when Mariah came back to the show and Mariah would be in scenes and sometimes she would bring Lake, there was a lot of tension. Now, y'all might have thought that the tension was because of Quad. And some of it might have been because of Quad. But some of it was also about her doctor. Now, I'm not trying to say that Dr. Simone was negligent. I don't believe that at all. I don't believe that she did that because she was careless. Mistakes happen, things happen, life happens, right? But it's just weird to me how you have a big mouth and want to talk about everybody else's shit, but you don't want to talk about your own. How you led the charge to get rid of Mariah on that show. And that was someone that was friends. That was someone who, she delivered Mariah's children. Simone, you deep, girl. You real deep. You real deep. You could sit there in a room with someone who has sued you because they almost died under your care and you don't want to talk about it. But you feel like you're entitled to everybody else's deep, dark conversations and stories and trauma. You want to know everybody else's stuff, but you don't want to talk about yours. Oh, Quad ain't tell us that she had a boyfriend. That's all I wanted to say. And then it's also like, that's another thing too. Like, you guys are talking about maternal mortality. Y'all are raising money for a charity and you don't even kind of say, man, I know what it feels like to lose a mom, or I know what it feels like to rush in and do emergency surgery on a mom who just had a baby. Like, the fact that you don't even say nothing of the sort. It's because you want to protect your name and your image and your career. But then you want other people to jeopardize their name, their image, and their career. Reality TV is really starting to go down the wrong path. It really, really is. But this video is extremely too long. I've been over here yapping, and I have other videos to record. So I'm going to wrap that on up. I don't know if we'll do another Married to Medicine situation. We might. Because if they bring in Apollo on the show to ambush Phaedra, I might have to come back and give my 2 cents on it. But please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And thanks for watching.